Hey everybody, this is Malia. I know. Long time no see. Long time no see from from this social media app. Well, what are the updates? I'm not really here to update you on anything. I'm just here to ramble. Um TikTok TikTok is going to be banned. Apparently it's like 90%, they're like 90% sure it's going to be banned. So, everybody's going to be coming to YouTube. I figure I might as well just get started on it. I just remembered that there's a challenge of like the 31 days of December, the Christmas challenge. I totally forgot about that, but um I just been here in LA just working and working out and going to hot yoga. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today is the transformation within that I've experienced doing hot yoga for the last 7.5 months. This is the 8th month. So at the end of this month, it'll be going into 9 months in January. I started in April or at the very end of April, and then ended up just purchasing the monthly executive membership so that I could just come whenever I want. And it's funny because I've been now taking a class pretty much every day. Like tomorrow will be my 6th class of the week, so 6 days. I only took 1 day off. And when I first started doing hot yoga, I couldn't even do like 2 classes a week. I literally couldn't do 2 classes a week. That's how out of shape I was. And for fact's sake, that's not an expression. That's definitely not an expression, but I just made it up. At the time, I thought that I was in good shape because I was going walking like 4 times a week. I would walk for like 2 hours. And I realized after doing that, I did that for like 6 months, like literally 6 or 7 months straight. I was just walking. I wasn't weighing myself. I wasn't focusing on weight loss. I was just focusing on getting myself out and exercising and trying to push through mentally a lot of things that I was dealing with at the time. And then so I'm not I don't what's that? Dude, my ADHD has gotten so bad that I actually might consider going and trying to get medication for it because I'm doing a lot more just in general. I'm doing a lot. Like I'm working. I took a service job for the first time in 8 years because you got to keep the money flowing in, and I have other side hustles that I'm doing too. So I'm doing like 4 different things at one time. I feel like this is the norm, and I'm crediting hot yoga, which is a 26 and 2. It's called 26 and 2. So it's 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises in the beginning and in the end. And you basically are doing these 26 postures twice through like 60 seconds or 45-second holds. It's a class for people who want to experience the strengthening of their body in a slower pace, but in a harder pace. It is the hardest class at this studio. It's one of the hardest classes I've ever taken in my whole life, and I love it because I love sweating. I love the feeling of sweating and detoxing and stretching my body and doing all these postures has been helping me feel my body and feel it get stronger. And I haven't been on a journey like that since I was a college basketball player, and it feels really good. So I think I said a lot of different things at once and then wrapped around to it. Not specifically here to talk about hot yoga, but I just kind of wanted to share that part of my life right now is really important, and that's what I want to share today. Is not pushing you to do hot yoga, is just sharing that I'm doing what I'm doing to feel good in my body. I live with chronic pain. I live with chronic illnesses. I have disc degenerative disease in 2 places of my back, my lower back, and then my upper back closer to my neck, which was discovered when I got hit by a car last year. And I've been trying to basically get my pain levels down, and I feel as if hot yoga is helping me to manage my pain levels. And I did definitely go through bumpy patches where the pain got worse, because I've never done this practice before for this long. So the pain did get worse for a while, for like 3 months. The pain was pretty bad. And I was consistently going to classes like 3 times a week. And now I broke through that, and I want to break through another, I don't even know what to call it. Like, I just call it a level up. Like, you know when you're on a workout journey and you can physically feel yourself getting stronger, and you're like, okay, it's time to level up now. I can push myself harder. That's where I'm at right now. And it's very frustrating to live with chronic pain, because I've lived with chronic pain since I was 20, because of basketball. So unfortunately, I can't go back in time to make a different decision and not play basketball, because how was I going to know that I was going to develop all those injuries, and it was going to play out with like having to live my entire life now managing these injuries, and the pain, and trying not to worsen them. How was I going to know that? I don't know. But if anybody's coming across this channel and you're a college basketball player, or you're or a sports athlete of some sort, and you're questioning whether you should quit because you have repetitive injuries, I think you should quit. I think you should quit. If I could go back in time, I would not play. But what was the alternative at that time? There was nothing else that I was doing. It was only basketball. I was just so good at basketball. And I'm not, puffing up my ego right now. I was just really good, and I wanted to get out of where I was living. And I was getting offers from colleges and universities all over the country. I could have went to so many places, and you'd probably like shake your head at me like, Malia, why did you end up going to University of Arizona? I can tell you why. I just love the sun. I love warm. I love warm weather. That's probably why I'm in hot yoga. I am a fire sign. Anyways, yeah, this has been more of a mental and spiritual journey for me, consistently doing these hot yoga classes, and I've ended up meeting people that I can call my friends now, which is very cool. And I go because I feel better after, even though during the class I may not feel good. So that's kind of a lesson where, when you're on your workout journey, let's say you're going to the gym and you're like, why don't I feel good doing this? I feel pain, like it hurts, like my body's sore every day. You got to learn your body. You got to read your body. You got to understand your body, because nobody else should be able to tell you what's good for your body after a certain point. And that's kind of the journey of learning yourself, learning your body, how your body works, what your body feels like. So I learned that with college, with like basketball, and I had all these coaches, they were always pushing me to do things, and I could feel my body physically like breaking down, because it was so unhealthy for me to be on the court with the injuries that I had, competing and still being pushed to like get through, physical therapy so I can get so they basically pushed me into physical therapy to get back on the court as fast as possible, which, was mentally exhausting. Mentally exhausting. And what I could tell you about the journey of pain, I guess that's what this is about. The journey of pain is that there's good days, there's always good days, and there's always bad days, and it could be any day. You could wake up tomorrow and it'd be a really good day and your body feels decent. Then you could wake up the next day and your body feels like shit, and you're just like, what the fuck? I shouldn't be swearing, but whatever, I don't care. But you know what I mean. And even throughout the day, your body changes too. Like, you can feel good at one moment, and then all of a sudden your body's like, no, I'm done. And then you feel terrible, like you're hurting all day. And for me, I've been taking gabapentin for like the last, how old am I? 7-8 years. I've been having to take gabapentin every single day in my life, and I don't love it. I don't love that for me. I don't love it for me, but I like that it helps me. But also, if I'm taking it, I know that if I'm taking it and needing it more, it's because my body's in pain, and I need to listen to that. At a certain point, I need to be like, no, I can't do this because this is hurting my body. Even like a lot of postures in the yoga practice, I can't I'm not doing, because I'm not going to hurt my body more. It's about loving my body, loving my pain, and trying to give myself space to express that pain through the postures. For me, has been helpful. I don't know a lot about yoga still. I'm learning. I'm not going to become a yogi. I'm just sharing, like, I fully believe that this practice for me, like stretching your body and strengthening your body in some way, whatever thing you like to do, is really important, that you're having fun and that you're enjoying whatever exercise you're partaking in. With that said, I actually lost 20 pounds. I lost 20 pounds in like 3 months. I actually lost 20 pounds in like 3 months or 2 months after I started weighing myself. So I was, as I said earlier, I was doing a lot of walking and hiking, and with back injuries and stuff, it's not really good to do too much walking. If you don't have those kind of injuries, go for a walk. Run if you can. I'm not able to run pretty much at all. I was cleared to do some jogging, but I'm a little apprehensive to do jogging, honestly, with all the other doctors that were telling me that I shouldn't be doing that. And then this new doctor was like, yeah, you can run. I was like, do you need to see my back and my MRIs first before you tell me this? Because I used to love running. Like, I used to love running. Running gave me the same adrenaline rush that I feel during hot yoga. That's probably why I do hot yoga so much. It was crazy because, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I was doing too much walking, and then my hips, like, I'm learning how like emotional pain is stored in the body. And I have a lot of pain in my hips. My hips are super tight. My hips are just terrible. Like, the balance is just terrible. Like, I don't know what happened I do know what happened, okay? I'm not going to get into all that. I know what happened. But just know that I haven't been documenting, like, the beginning. I think I took a few videos that I need to look at from April, from when I first started doing yoga. I wasn't weighing myself for all of 2023 because I was afraid of the scale, because I had gained like 30 pounds, literally 30 pounds in like a month, in early what's it called? Early 2023. 2023 was a magnificently transformative, terrible year for me. I got hit by a car. I lost my big TikTok channel, which at this point I don't give a shit about, because the whole thing is getting banned. I kind of knew, we kind of knew that it was going to happen. Anyways, so here I am in 2024, the end of 2024, going into 2025. You're going to see me on YouTube weekly. Maybe it's going to be a rambling time. Other times I'm going to be way more focused on what I want to talk about. This day is just a catch-up day and kind of rambling, like, oh, let me try to catch you guys up on anything really, but mostly just what's in my spirit at the time. I've been doing more artwork. You can't really see because it's like blurred out. That looks really creepy. All my stuff is blue. I'm doing a series called Blue Mondays. It has nothing to do with any songs, by the way. It's just what I felt in my spirit to call it, because I've been feeling really a lot of the color blues coming through. When I like do yoga and I meditate and I'm in that zone, I can just see what wants to be expressed easier. So you can't see it. Let me see. There. Maybe if I get out of the frame. It's a little messy back there, but I am trying to do about I want to do about 20 canvases, because I don't know if I'm going to like all of them, because there's a couple pieces that I have right now that I'm like, I don't really know. I don't really love them. But then it's hard because I paint things, and then you know how it is when you create things and you're just like, I don't know. What are their perspectives? I mean, I could like it, but then a lot of them, I'm really hard on myself. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't really like it. So I have that kind of feeling with a couple of my pieces right now that I don't really love. So I'm doing that. I'm also auditioning. I'm auditioning as much as I can. I have a booking next week. So I'm still an actress. Like, I'm an actress. I've been doing stuff. Oh, I have things coming up next week. You know what I mean? What the heck is this? I have things coming up next week. I mean, yes, but I meant next year. I have things. I get distracted by this email. Delete it. Immediately delete it. I have things coming up next year, but I'm always focused on the present because you never know what could pop up in the present. So my whole practice this year, my whole journey, because I had to therapy for like 6 months, and then my insurance changed, so therapy is expensive now. I don't have the budget for that to do, and hot yoga, and like a few other things that I'm doing, which sucks because I kind of really liked therapy and kind of needed therapy for, you know what I mean. How did I get here? So this whole journey's just been about, I forgot what I was gonna say, guys. I'm so sorry. This whole journey this year has been about healing deep ass childhood wounds and understanding why I've acted the way I've acted in relationships, or attracted the kind of people, or like wanted to myself wanted to be with certain kinds of people, or why I allowed certain kind of behaviors to be okay, why I allowed certain things to continue when I knew that it was wrong, or like knew that I didn't want it, things like that. And it's been a huge healing year for me. I'm still going forward with it. And you know, art, my writings, everything that I'm creating, content, even social media content that I create, I always think about it before, like what kind of image do I want to create, what kind of colors do I want to use, what kind of feeling do I want to evoke. My passions are there. That's where my passions are, in acting and craft and my craft. So I'm learning that. I'm learning to continue. I'm learning to have more confidence. I'm learning that it's okay to let things go. It's okay to accept what happened, and to realize that things did happen, or things, you know, accepting what happened is really important in order to move forward and to see, because it's just like, you can continue to tell yourself lies, but the truth is the truth. That's what happened. This is what happened, good or bad, you know. Anyways, so that's enough of my rambling. There's other things I want to talk about, but I want to have specific titles for those and keep it real specific. This year wasn't my best year, but also wasn't the worst year. Was a really good year for me, personally, growth wise. It's been a challenge. It's been like a bunch of big bills popping up month after month after month, where I'm just like, okay, how am I gonna pay for this? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna get through this month? How am I gonna, you know, things like that. Things like everybody else is dealing with, you know. And I've been single this whole year. I haven't dated pretty much anybody, and that's okay. And I feel okay with it. I don't really care. I feel good about it, because it's like, I look back and I'm like, I used to date a bunch of people, literally was always dating somebody, like, not like 2020 to 2023. I was always dating somebody. And when you do that, there's a reason why you're doing that. So I learned that through therapy and through lots of hypnosis and stuff like that, why I was acting that way and why I was behaving that way, allowing certain kinds of people in my energy. But I tell you, man, sometimes you gotta be single and you gotta just be with yourself and kind of learn yourself, kind of understand yourself. Because if you don't understand yourself, how are you existing in the world? Molding yourself to everybody that you meet, masking yourself because you're afraid that nobody's gonna want. The truth is, there's people that are not gonna like you all the time, and I accept this because this has been my whole life. People not liking me for whatever reason, and that's the truth, and I'm okay with it now. It's just, I'm not okay with people disrespecting It's okay to not like somebody, but it's not okay to like outwardly disrespect people and be disgusting. Yeah. So I had to learn to like separate myself from that and detach from that and realize that those people have problems within themselves, and that's why they're projecting and treating me the way that they treated me, or anybody really, because you can walk down the street and someone would be like, "You're so ugly," and then you gotta realize that person feels that way about themselves. That's it. Because we speak to people how we feel about ourselves. And I think it'd be good to remember that always, because it's easy to forget that sometimes, especially when you're like me and you have ADHD and you get in your head and you're just like, it's all me, I'm the problem, I'm the burden. Sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're like literally not the burden. Most of the time you're not. Most of the time it's people who don't know how to understand, people who don't understand themselves, don't know how to separate themselves. Where do they end? Where do you begin? And they want to kind of control you or kind of think that you're supposed to act a certain way. So that's why I say, like, being single, being alone, sometimes is like the best thing you can do for yourself and for your life, because then you can see. And when you can see yourself and you can see the world and you can see people clearly, that's where you need to be at in order to like navigate a forever changing, confusing, complex world that we're in, especially now. Very important to work on your mental health, physical health, spiritual health, and everything, your whole self. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. This is the last day of, like, I had 3 days off, but I've been doing things all day today and yesterday. I only took what's the other day that was Tuesday? I took Tuesday to rest, but Tuesday had work. I took Wednesday to rest. I did do hot yoga, but I pretty much rested all day. I still got things to do. I still got things to do, and I got a lot. Oh, also, I wanted to thank the people that are sending me Amazon wishlist items, because a lot of the things that I put on there is like very simple, like practical shit. Like, somebody sent me toilet paper, and I can't tell you how thankful I am for that, because I'm literally so busy, and I'm not trying to say, I'm literally so busy sometimes that I get up at 4 in the morning, sometimes 3 in the morning, pretty much 3 to 4 or 5 in the morning. That's when I get up, and then I don't come back until like 8 or 9, 10 p.m. and I just go to sleep, and I do the same thing the next day. I'm just running around. So practical things are super nice. I really appreciate them. I have nothing to sell you today. I have nothing to be like, oh, look what I mean, I have books on Amazon if you want to check them out. I forget that I wrote. That's the thing about me, is like I write a lot, but I forget that I write. I forget that I wrote those books, so I don't really ever advertise them. If you're ever interested in any paintings, I'm gonna link them in the box below. I'm gonna link my art page. These are not going to be coming out. I'm not going to be posting these until the winter time. So at the end of December or January, probably January, because I'm going to work on, I'm still working on, my goal is to do some kind of like, I want to say art show, but I don't even know about that. I'm just going to start posting them and doing some kind of thing with them. And they'll all be for sale. I have canvases for sale if you want to look at my website, and if you're interested in those are on discount. Actually, those are all discounted. The ones that are already on my website, I believe, are all discounted. I'm trying to get rid of those so I can create these new paintings, and so check it out. Yeah, so I think that's it. Nothing else is coming out. Well, I did a YouTube video on a viral channel basketball thing. I'm waiting for it to come out because I want to post it, because I did something funny. There's something funny in the video. So I'm interested to see how it came out, but I'm like, when are they gonna freaking post it? I want to watch it. Jesus Christ. Anyways, hope y'all have a good day or night. I'll be back, I don't know when, spontaneously erupting onto YouTube, because TikTok's going out, and I like this platform because I'm here to talk, and I've always done this. I'll be talking here, making vlogs, making content again. Yeah. Bye-bye.